Alright, so for my own soliloquy and my own verbal diarrhea log. Alright, so Lou, recap. Lou just came up, and I'm busy drinking my coffee, and I look terrible, but I wanted to get to this and before I forget, because the recognition on this planet is like not the best. But anyway, so he comes up and he's like, I just want to let you know I saw one of your YouTube videos. And I'm like, oh, really? I was like, which one? He's like, you're very angry. Whoa, go back. Which one? And he's like, well, the sentiment was that you were getting angry. But malfunction. Yes, I get, okay, I stop for a second. I get that the sentiment is that I'm angry. Got that. Crystal clear. Go back. Which video? I was like, I made like 50 videos. Which one, Dad? And he's like, something about a Jew and an Asian, and you're just really angry. Right. Okay, Dad. What else you got, Dad? So it's like, I mean, holy cow. So I'm like, all right, so where are we going with this, Dad? Like, okay, so you saw it. I was angry. There was a Jew. There was an Asian. You can't remember the rest of it. What else? And he's like, well, I just want to let you know that then Stevie called me, your uncle. I'm like, uh-huh. And he says, well, he really thinks that you're out there. I'm like, okay, right. Well, because honestly, like, just like pause, like time out for a second. Back when I was like 3 and 4 in Grandma's kitchen with Aunt Marie, when Stevie would tell me that I was like, that they would say like I was an alien and I was out of this world, it was a compliment. I'm like, yeah, me and Hitler, we're gonna go like fly around space at our nap time, like we're good, like fixing the world. Yeah, we were, but actually in that little space and amount of time, there was a very special extra human function, because there's like a cavity between time and space where you can actually do work, and it's like the cavity work where you can kind of fly ahead around just what's around the bend. Yeah, and then you can kind of triangulate and pinpoint, and then you can write files in extra special code and send it to the funny machines for the recognizant department to like pull up and go, okay, well, this is what we got coming up next. This is what Nix is saying, and like whatever. Right, yeah, okay, so I got that. So anyway, so going back to when I was 4, like, yeah, out of this world, that was a compliment from the till, so thank you. But what happens is I was talking to him, and it's just like so clear and evident, and I always say it's like banging my head against the wall. It is, because I have my own bubble that when I speak, it hits my science and it calculates its way. But when Lou speaks, it hits a filter that somebody programmed and built in before he was born. So when I try to speak, it's like this for Lou, and he's trying, but I can't see what you're saying. Yeah, no shit, you can't see what I'm saying. That's because whatever they did in the 1960s, they did one of these, like, so you were blind as a bat, and I'm going, hello, anybody home? That's how I always feel speaking to my father. It's like I'm looking over with one eye going, can I get to you, Dad? Like, can I make it through? You see me now? Yeah, it's like, oh my God. And I had this conversation with him because he's like, well, but I was in the 60s, and like we did good things. I'm like, yeah? Are you sure? Because here's how I see it, Dad, with my filter. I see Nono and Grandma in, like, 1930s and 40s. They were dressed nice. There was no TV. They had a radio. Everything was family. They went out. The world just looked sunny and bright. I was like, and then something happened in your era in the 50s or 60s with mixing all the pubic hairs. I was like, and then I was born, and I get leather and lace. I get the cocaine in New York City, half clothed. They have like big old chains on them and leather, thinking like S&M was like the cool thing to do in public. I mean, where's your defense for the 1960s had a great idea, Dad? Because how do I get back to like the 1900s family? And my dad was like, was that what you think? What I think? Well, I don't know, Dad. I was alive with my own eyes. I saw Nono and Grandma, and it was heaven. And then I watched you, because you were my role model of what 60s and 50s and 60s dragged into the fucking equation. And now all of a sudden, when I'm like growing up, I'm looking around going, well, I'm pretty sure that like if you wanted to go do that like leather and chain thing, you shouldn't be doing it on the front porch, because, like, what's going on? And he's like, Yeah, but that's just, you gotta get over that, Nicole. What? There's freedom, but like, it's like, look what happened when we gave you freedom, loser. I want the freedom Nono and Grandma had. The ones when they came to America with a dream of it being better and not what you did. Because our dreams are too different. And I don't know who programmed your filter into like, we're just gonna have sex on the front porch and just throw other kids' children in and it'll be fun. Yeah, but while you were doing that, then we have like the communist bloc over there going, look at what they're doing. I'm gonna reprogram this in. I'm making them really ill in the future because I got control of the tool. And like, I got 1960s people going like, wait a minute, this kid, like, she might be onto something, but, like, how's that, yeah, guess what, you're coming back, and, like, there's a real broken problem, and I'm like, hello, anybody home, I'm over here, and they're just trying to, and that's my whole life between the cavity and whatnot, by keeping me quiet. So, I don't know, I did the work before I was born, like in between when I was born, to get where I needed to go. You had the upper head that said, this is what's going on here you go, this is the report, this is what the sideways brought. I mean, like, see, like, I don't think humans get that. Like, there's, like, when you own time and space in the cavity in between, you like what's going on now and what's going on over somewhere else in the world at the exact same time. There's a sideways project because you're stigmatics and I'm the technical. So wherever I'm technically am, I can triangulate wherever your whatever you are woke up in the day, and I can calculate, I can tell them exactly what your day is going to be like because you're a stigmatic. You're programmed based on where my whatever. That's why my trajectory is the most important and the most problematic when you have other people manipulating it. Because I'm dragging your day into like nothing special, into like 1960s through pubic hairs up, and like half of them are like, no, you can't touch what we did. We want freedom. Freedom from what? Responsibility? Because that's what it feels like. Because I have like the next generation, my sons, and I have my grandparents' generation, and I wanted to keep that link and kind of like put you out of business, 1960s, and say, great, you have your fun? Okay, perfect. Well, you ruined the world. Now just go sit down over there. We'll get to you when we get to you, and we'll fix your quantum. But I need a fix for my kids, going back to like happy, like, we knew what a husband and wife was and what a family looked like. Because right now, this is like, I'm lost. Like, I gave you tools, I gave you words, I gave you why, I gave you reasons, and you just... And then you try to make me look crazy. Yeah, some of us still know what's going on, so I don't know what the sleepy generation's doing, but... yeah, that's the way stigmata works. You have side projects per day to try to get the trajectory where it's supposed to be. But technically, I mean, it was done before. But, like, again, that's the super science people. So, I mean, like, there's levels even of, like, human understanding of what's going on. And then, now you got the criminals taking over, right? So here's what happens with the till. It's the time, like, my life is off. I've got the stigmatas running shit. And the till is running because it's the time and the talk and the weight of the words that come out that make the rest of you ill. That's what the bill is. Yeah. So the Fed is the function of the external directive. Yeah, that's me. I'm nowhere, so I can't function as an external directive to give people directions. Yeah, because, I mean, we tried that before, but you weren't listening. And so now I got stigmatas changing the Fed, the function external directive, which then ties into the other stigmatics that are like, whoa, yeah, exactly. And then we have the Fed is also the function of the, I give directive for the hive, and then they are the, it's the doll system. Yeah, it's the doll. And see, on that system, I got the stigmatics are the dolls that follow, and I'm the dollar. So I'm the doll of the alien rain. It's the rain that comes out of your mouth when you're on the Tillis system. So this is the rain, REIGN, as compared through the Knicks to their RAIN, because they're part of the Illuminati alien nation quantum mechanics, from my REIGN, because I'm the master in that equation of balancing out words and weight and directive and direction. So what else is there? Oh, right. And so the national deficit is the till when they talk, and then it compounds the interest of like, wait, well, that the mince, what does that mean? Yeah, well, because in RAIN, REIGN, it's whatever Nicole needs it to be, and you're in RAIN, and your mince is how we chop up the definition and we throw it to your filter. So this way, when you cognitively read it or see it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, great. So now what do I need to do? And that's the telemetry. It's like, okay, so tell me what I need to do and let's go do it. Right, so that's telemetry, and that's when we mince words and we throw it at your brain to hope that your filter catches it, so this way it feeds your brain just right. That's what's fed in your brain, is that beautiful, like, oh, I get it, let's do something. But you got other people going, wait a minute, I want to know what they're being fed in their brain. Yeah, because I got people that are feeding other people's brains in a whole nother rain system, because you gave them Linux equipment with Perl, and now you got every genetic on the face of the fucking planet with no morals or ethics on a computer, pre-programming your human. And you're like, well, how does that work? Through the rain program. Because it was here before I got here. It's going to be here after I leave. It's no new news to me. I'm a quantum mechanic. But I got people going like, no, just give it. We'll just do the money thing. Right, she's $1. So we'll just confuse the real people with the words. I'm pretty sure I wrote a special report and extra special language on that. But whatever. So, this is my, yeah, whatever. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I get it. I know what's going on. I always got it. But I'm just fucking, clueless as to where you all are. Because I'm in my day-to-day, and so the telemetry equipment works. I just don't know why you're not killing the criminals that are putting their stigmatics in front of my quantum mechanic purpose.